of creativity alive in their families. Above all, he's a man of faith and loyalty, two values that guide every aspect of his life. His core beliefs are best captured by these quotes: we should do something to uplift the standards and levels of our own society and put it on power with others, by Malcolm X. Another one, a man that doesn't take care of his family can never be a real man, by Vito Corleris. These words define his purpose, his path, and his legacy to strive to build. So, before giving his name, I just want to say that he was proudly named after the classic cologne, Dakar. Ferguson, welcome to the Juice Show. Woo! Yes,
What's up, y'all?
take it
How you
away,
doing?
guys.
Welcome, welcome in, my brother. Welcome in. Um, as you requested, we would like you to go ahead and kick this thing off the way you would like to. So,
Okay. So yeah, everybody, I am a man of faith, a man of God, and I gotta follow up with my guy Ron Williams did. So I would like us all just to say a little prayer. Let's pray over this juice show and all of these blessed brothers and sisters here, and all of y'all for taking the time to put in that effort. So Lord, we want to thank you for waking us up today. We want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to give opportunity and to spread and shed light on being financially aware, being spiritually connected. I ask that this podcast today spreads the light above the world, not just locally, but everywhere. And all of these brothers and sisters continue to give the opportunity to bring us closer to each other and eventually bring us closer to you, Lord. We ask for your mercy. In your name we pray. Amen.
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 For sure.
Amen. That was solid, man.
I
Ron
appreciate
Williams
it.
kicked it off and set that off for us.
Yeah, I know. You can't go wrong with that, man. That's my guy. But yeah, how y'all doing today, brother?
For sure.
Okay,
Good,
so,
good. Welcome in, my brother. Welcome in. It's been a long time coming, I would say, right?
yes, sir, for
um,
sure.
and so, man, your story, man, you got a powerful story that you shared with us, and we gonna dive into it, right? And
Okay.
so, I guess I I kind of want to kick it off by asking you, what does legacy mean to you?
Okay. Well, legacy to me means providing and giving to the next up. I have a lot of family and we have a lot of young kids, and obviously me having a son, I prayed for a son. I believe in legacy so much. It was unfortunate that in the beginning my father wasn't able to kind of do that in a sense for us, but then again, like God gave him a second chance to be able to do that, and he's doing that. But I'm older now, so I'm able to kind of work with him, and we're just building for the next generation. So I just really believe that it's uh, building for the next up and coming, the next generation's legacy.
And when did you like kind of feel like you wanted to start building something for your family? Like when did you first realize that? Like when did it hit you?
So when my wife at the time, and it's not anymore, but at the wife at the time when she first got pregnant in 2016, going on 17, um, I had was in the process of trying to get into the military. I was all set to go, and then God was like, "Nah, that's not it. You're gonna do something else." I always had a visual that I'll be successful. So one day, I was looking, I started back praying and reading, and then I ran across the Renata sign, or really just was a sign saying mentors looking to, for mentorship in real estate investing. Um, I just got finished reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I was like, yeah, I always was trying to figure out what it was. Like God told me I was going to be successful and I was going to have a son and children that I was going to be able to pass it to, but I just didn't know what it was. So when I read that, I was already like looking for real estate because after reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, I'm like, that's the life and that's how I'm going to build it. I never knew how I was going to really build it. So when I did that, it was when my son was born, really, and then when I really like had a family is where I was like, okay, I need to be able to do something when I pass away because, obviously I was blessed at that time to make it to 29. My family growing up, we really looked up to like Tupac and stuff. Like he died at 25. We all thought that if we could make it past 25, then we'll be okay. You feel me? So it happened. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, man, I know that I got a lot of time to live, but if I don't, I need to be able to at least establish some type of um, wealth for my son. And then I realized later that it was more than just finance. It was actually mentally education and like spiritual as well.
Oh man, so you made me want to give you the Super Dad Award, right? Already, right? You already building,
I
right?
try. If one day,
How,
like if I'm great at anything, it's that.
right. And that's my next question. How do you want your son to describe you when he's growing up? How do you want him to describe who his dad is when he's growing up?
I want my son to say that he led through faith and he was a teacher to me because he was a student of God and of the game. You know what I'm saying? I really want him to like I try to lead from example. You know what I'm saying? I could tell my son anything, like he'll listen because I raised him the right way. I was raised in a way to where my parents didn't play. So um I I believe that my son would say that my father gave ultimate love and he tried everything to teach me and give me the best opportunities by showing me. So yeah, being a teacher probably is like what I want. He taught me. He was my teacher. So
Nice. So, Jakar, how was like what was life like growing up in Virginia where you guys grew up at?
oh no, I ain't. Well, look, when I got to Virginia, life was at this point was a lot better. Like, so I was raised. So I was born in. This will give you a little background story. I won't take too long, but I was born in Guam. Like, in the beginning, my mom and dad was in the military. My dad was in the Navy. My mom was in the Coast Guard. Like, coming up in that time from like 1 to 7, like my life was good. My dad was a hustler as well from Baltimore. My mom was a hustler from. She went straight into the military after high school and they just was like they didn't play. My mom was a hustler. My dad was the ultimate hustler. He like ran clubs and did all kind of stuff like that, along with some other stuff that I ain't gonna name. While he was like there, so life was really really good. And then 8 months into Guam, we moved to California because my grandmother at the time, my mom's mom, got sick. When we got out there, she ended up passing away. We ended up being staying out there. My younger brother, which is 2 years younger than me, he was born in Sacramento, so we was living in Sacramento. From Oakland, went to Sacramento at the time. Then we went back to the Bay Area. At that time, my dad got locked up. So it was me, my mom, and my brother, and we kind of went from like living in the military barracks and living on the military housing to staying with my grandfather and my aunt, like moving around house to house. My mom had to start over, working 3 jobs. Like, I went from having a military family, living on the base, having everything I wanted to having nothing. Like really like starting over. My mom was like a server and like she did a whole bunch of other jobs, you know what I'm saying? So it was real tough, you know what I'm saying? But my mom always showed love. My mom always like we didn't have a lot of money, but my mom always gave love. My mom sacrificed eating to make sure we ate. And we had a really big family. So we had support from my mom, 2 sisters, and all our family members from that side. And then my grandmother on my mother's side, like even though my dad was locked up, mom got a divorce, my mom kept the family together. I think that's where I get that sense of family from. Like my mom never let our family disconnect, and everybody respect my mom for that. And then my dad, even though he was gone, he was so much of like the monarch in the family that everybody looked up to him. Even when he was gone, everybody respected him, and therefore they respected me and my family. And that just kept our family together. So yeah, I went from good to bad, back to good. You feel me?
Right. Well, like you had some strong two parents, and you learned a lot throughout. every situation, where you lived, how you grew up, lessons that was taught. So that's pretty good. All right. So now, how did you have any relatives who are entrepreneurs but on the real estate side, or were you
No.
the first one?
Yeah, I was the first one that I know in terms of like, so I mean, I did have a my aunt Vicky. She dabbled in she's from Oakland, my mom's younger sister. She dabbled in some real estate as an agent. Like that was the only thing I really, but I didn't really know what she was doing. I just knew later on that that's what she did. I never uh knew anybody personally who was like who was it was in real estate. You know, I knew a lot of like entrepreneurs, mostly street entrepreneurs, but I knew some like entrepreneurs. Like I always watched business stuff. You know, I always watched like business news, like all the little stuff they had on the news. I always like my favorite movie is The Godfather, so I always looked at that family legacy and building that. Like I learned about entrepreneurship and stuff through like TV and like stuff like that. And then obviously I got a little older, like I watched like HGTV and I like was like, oh, that's cool, but I never really like understood like what wealth was. I just knew about like business though. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to advanced business schools and like high school and I was really good at it. I used to go like off campus and go to these like advanced business schools and stuff like that. And then I actually started my first business on my own when I was in college. But before that, no, I didn't have any experience in real estate at all, like in nothing, none of that.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Like, I think this is a story for most of us, and that's what I like about this group and community. A lot of us, we had no family members in real estate, and we were going into something being like the generations first.
Yeah.
And we had something inside us that made us want more and want to build wealth. So that's why I like your title of the show, Doing the Family Business, because now it's not just you, but it's like I'm so engulfed in family lifestyle that I want them to come with me too. And it's more powerful doing the people that you know and you grew up around. So, so what was your background before real estate? What kind of work did you do?
Man, bro, I'm hustler. I could, if I could probably have a list to go down all these things. So basically, I was in sales, in marketing. Background like right before. So I went to college. I went to my dream growing up. Like I always wanted to be a sports and entertainment agent. Like that was like my ultimate thing. Like I love sports. I realized I couldn't like I wasn't gonna be an athlete professionally like my dream was. So my dad always used to tell me, find something that you love and passionate about and that you could do for free and then connect that to what you're good at. So I was always good at business and I was good at sports, but I just didn't really have that discipline to stay on. So I put those together and I used to always watch like Entourage and stuff. And I used to be like, yo, I kind of want to do that because I want to help people. Like my ultimate goal, God always been telling me my purpose since I was like 6 years old is that you're going to be successful being of service to other people and helping people to create opportunities. So I seen that I like, okay, I love sports like all of my cousins, like a lot of my cousins. One of my cousins, he was a basketball player. Like to me, he probably was like Giannis and LeBron James all in one, bro. Like he's tall as hell. He could dribble. He could like we used to do crazy dunks when we was younger in the back zone. He used to go crazy, right? But he was in the streets and he got shot and then like he couldn't do his thing, you know. And then I have another uncle who I grew up with. Like he put me on the baseball. We used to go walk to his practices. He ended up being one of the nicest people. He's from Baltimore and being the nicest people. You know, from our culture, like people, it's unheard of for people to like baseball, like because we don't know about baseball and it costs a lot to play baseball. But he did what he had to do to hustle to be able to play. Had all the nicest stuff, so he ended up going to college and he ended up getting a contract to sign with the Reds. He had one more year left. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take this last year. He ended up getting into a fight, breaking these two dudes, like one dude draw, one dude, and he got kicked out. He was going to San Diego State. So I was like, man, I got all of these people in my family who got so much potential, but they keep getting messed up because of the environment where they at. And it's like they trying so hard to go, but it's hard to like get out of that element when you don't have all of these opportunities, and the ability to be able to get what other people don't have. And they want it so bad, and they're just naturally so talented. So I'm like, let me help. Like, let me see if I can help, if I can get, at least in that field, like sports and stuff like that. Let me see if I can help in some way to be able to let people reach their full potential. And that's like my goal even in life now. It kind of shifted from just entertainment to more like finances and legacy and real estate, but also it is instilling that I still got that business, and I want to continue on as I grow in real estate, is to be able to provide for opportunities, and give the ability for people who have talent to be able to reach their potential in their talent and be able to then teach their families and people so that we can just build legacies everywhere. That's what it's about.
Ooh. Yeah, put a P in the chat if y'all feel this brother's passion and purpose. Put a P in the chat if y'all hear his passion and purpose. YouTube, Facebook, you as well, for sure.
Yeah, I'm watching the Facebook. Let's see if we get some comments in there, man. You on fire over here, man, bro.
Appreciate you.
Man, and just because I know your story a little bit, I'm kind of highlight some of the things you talked about sales, and you started doing sales at the age of 17, is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Door-to-door sales. You had
Mhm.
communications, and commercial insurance sales. You did. You talked about how do you tie the marketing stuff to your legacy building? Like, how do you tie those two together?
So I mean, if people don't know, I mean, so I went to school. My minor was marketing. My major was mass communication, broadcast journalism. So what I'm trying to do now and how I'm building this legacy is like teaching my son to be marketable, like to be able to present yourself like you're selling yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna want to invest in you and what you have to offer and your value. That goes back to even Ron's class, like understanding your value, you know what I'm saying, and knowing how to kind of market that. So my son, if people don't know, if people ain't like follow me on Facebook or anything, my son is like a phenomenal soccer player. Like he is a beast. He's 7 years old. Like he had his last season that just ended. He had like 7 games. He got injured at his last one, so he didn't play it, and he had like 13 goals the whole season, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he loves it. He self trains himself for a whole year before he even started playing soccer. Like he's super disciplined, and that's what I feel like the foundation of what I've been teaching him. Like I've been bringing him to Renata's meetings since he was 1 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he's been in the game. Like I go with him to do real estate. Like we go look at properties and stuff like that. But I always teach him. He asks me for Roblox all the time. He's like, yo, dad, can I get some Robux? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, show me why you should have Robux. Like, what value are you adding to me and to this situation to where you deserve that? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, oh, well, I want to be able to own it. So we got stocks in Roblox. You know what I'm saying? I let him choose and he put money in that and he used that money. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about marketing yourself to add value, because that value is going to make it to where you'll never not be able to make a profit and you'll never not be able to survive.
Nice. Hey, man. So how has this community impacted your life over the past 6 years?
Oh man, y'all got time? How much time we got? No, it's done. So I would say that just like if I were to keep it as short as I could, or just as simple as I could, is um education. Like obviously I went to college. I ain't gonna lie, if I could start over, I would have saved $80,000 on college and I would have did Renatus like 3, 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I learned how to learn. I would give college that. I learned how to learn. But what Renatus and this community did, it let me understand my value as a person in this world when it comes to like building wealth. Like I have the education and the tools. I literally was praying the other day and I'll thank God the fact that he gave me all the tools that I asked for. In terms of, I've been asking, like, give me tools so I can be of value and so I can never go broke. I can never, you know what I'm saying? And I already was a hustler. So it's like I have the tools, like I know how to make money out of thin air. Shout out to Bill Omi. You feel me? Like I literally do. Like there's no way that nobody could tell. Like I can't go broke for real. Like if I do, that's just my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like I got Umair and Yaz, man. They like the marketing gurus and like I got so many people around me. I got y'all, I got all these communities. I got all these tools. I could find properties whenever I want to. I could make money in the marketing just by sharing and helping, which is already my purpose. And I would never like go broke. Like I told my son that, like, say hi to everybody, speak to everybody, look them in the eye when you speak to them, and just say hi and then ask them how you can help them if the conversation progress. And that's how we build. Like so Rod Nodis really showed me that. They gave me the education, they gave me the community, they gave me all of the tools to where I can like this is my end goal. Like no matter what I can do anything I want to. Like I'm a coach for my son now, which was always one of my dreams, is because I can sacrifice that because I have the tools to where now I know I can do these things if I ever needed to. So now I could take that time to be a coach for my son and make sure he do his thing.
Nice. Hey, listen. So now I'm about to get to that question I told you. I want you to answer it the same way. Who inspired you the most within this community?
uh, let's see. So I got obviously Bill. I mean, I'm sorry, Bob Snyder. Obviously, that's my guy. Like without him, I would obviously not have any of this. Um, Yaz and Umair Hawk, they brought me into this community. Um, Anton and Mary, that's the ones who I first connected with when I seen the roadside sign. And I want to say Chris Alvin. Without him, I wouldn't know how to do no creative deals. And man, Mark Kohler, like just like man, it's so many people, bro. Like it's so many people. But I would say those people, like especially like Bill, Bob, um, Jay Massey. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Just be able to see a man, like a black man, be able to like really like hone in and like that guy is really intelligent. Like his mind is crazy. So it's just so many people, man. I can't I could keep going. Bill
Right.
Prediple. Dane,
Yeah.
Dane Dane Clark, bro. Like it's
A
so many
lot of
people.
people.
But
A
yeah,
lot of people.
man. But definitely like I would say like who really like put me on and like gave me the push obviously like Bob Snyder, Yaz and Umair, definitely Keith Jones, like Chris Albin, Mark Kohler, all of them. Yeah, man. And really y'all. Y'all for real, like my boy James, bro. I met him at the conference, bro. Like that's my guy, man. Like I see him like every day, like on there, like especially even when his baby was there. Like, bro, he just like he is a great example of like a great father, a great man, and like really be taking action, bro. Like I appreciate you, bro. For real.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. And Jakar's a great father, like he said. Son is an awesome soccer player. You can see him on his social media, Facebook, Jakar James. So Jakar, tell us. I like when because you share stories so good. Share like how the class has helped you build your family business. Like
Okay.
what sections of the class, what things have you used and implemented?
Okay, so yeah, so I would say one of the biggest classes that really helped my family out originally was velocity banking. I was able to use velocity banking first for myself so I could wipe out my debt, which helped my family not have to give me no money. You know what I'm saying? So
Give a
just
little bit of preferences of what velocity banking is for
velocity. So
people who
velocity
actually never
banking
heard it.
so
Yeah.
velocity banking helps you to eliminate debt in a fast, pace. So being able to, usually it may take 30, 20 years, depending on the loan or whatnot, in order for you to pay off a loan. With that system that we use, been educated by, we can eliminate it from anywhere from 7 to 10 years. So the way that I eliminated the debt, honestly, was just the fact that I had that knowledge and I was able to have conversation in the class. It's not just a system of how to do it, it's also of being able to reach out and being financially responsible. Me asking questions and going up, I was able to talk my way in, obviously using Bob's negotiating class too. It's like, let me just talk myself into being able to wipe off this debt. So I was able to do it for a little bit of velocity banking for a little bit, which helped me to eliminate it faster. And then I end up just having a conversation and seeing that what I was doing with it. And they were like, oh, look, we can just, look, if you're going to do it like this, we might be able to just give you an opportunity to just wipe everything off. So that was the first
Okay.
thing.
And Jakar, what was that? Was it credit card? Was it student loan?
So it was student loans originally. Student loans originally, and then I started using it with my credit cards. And I actually started off when I was started first joined Renatus, or actually first met people in the community. My credit score was like a 495. So now I'm like at a six, a little above a six, like obviously using it and utilizing it in different ways. But I took used the Smart Credit app, which is from, the community where they help you to eliminate, like help you with your credit. And then I started to use the Velocity Banking in the way with my credit cards of just like using it, paying it off early, and doing within the 30 days. And obviously the understanding credit, that was a big class that really helped me to eliminate that. So what I did though is when I learned velocity banking, I told my mom about it. Me and my mom had a sit down, and I said, I'm gonna break down to you if you were to keep this house, because she was like, I don't know what to do with the house. She didn't really know. She kind of found out I was in real estate, and I told her like, look, I don't. She was like, I don't know what to do with the house. I'm going to just sell it. We're gonna talk to an agent. I'm like, nah, don't do that. I got some education. Like, we can hold this property. We could use the equity in the property, and you could be like a millionaire in like a couple years. So we broke it down. I was like, look, if you keep this house and you buy another house within like 5 to 6 years, you're gonna have like $1.3 million. So she like, oh, for real? She like, okay, let me go ahead and let's try to like see what we could do with that. And then what we did is we held the house. She ended up using some of that equity and money and getting another house in Georgia where her and my father live now. My son is out there for the summer having a grand old time. So we was able to do that. And this house that we have here is what I'm in right now. We rent this house out, family, friends like that. Before I was using it like when we were cleaning it out and doing stuff like that, I was letting people use it to like throw little events and be able to, be able to do like photo shoots and stuff like that, and be able to host things in here. So, which is more like a short term type rental thing. And then I end up doing it long term, with some friends of ours that needed a place to stay with their family. But then after, I'm like, hey, let's just put our family in here. So I end up being able to put my aunt and cousin up in here and things like that. And we just keeping it going. And now my mom and my dad, they were talking about getting another house in Georgia closer to the water. So we're gonna keep going and keep flowing with that. We're gonna use the money from that to be able to do that, and then we're gonna use Velocity Banking to pay the house off early. And both of them, they got 100% on their VAs, so they straight. Like, they gonna keep using it. So we're gonna use the VA, and we're gonna use the real estate education, and we just gonna keep building, and that's how we're gonna build our wealth. You know what
And
I'm saying?
Jakar, tell them how much equity you believe they built in both properties by
Uh,
now at this
by
point.
now, with both properties, they should have like probably because the market actually went up. So I would say at least going on the track of what we talked about 1.7 million.
See
Yeah,
why
it's
we
like
don't sell the real estate. You want to
yeah,
hold
we,
the
we
real
want to
estate.
hold
Yeah.
it, and it's probably bigger now though, because honestly, the house they in, they've been in there. It's been like 3 years. My mom has not taken any equity out of the houses or nothing yet. So I'm trying to like convince her to like trust me enough to be like, look, let's do some more deals. You know what I'm saying? But she's slowly getting on. My parents is one of those. They grew up in the old times. Like, I ain't gonna say they old because they look good, but they grew up in the times where it's like, look, we just need to get a job. Like, you could do all this other stuff, but they like get a job. It took a long time for them to be like, okay, like we trust you for real. Like, we see that this is real, what you doing. Like, they came to my events. They came to the national, like the regional conferences with me and met all of the people that I be around, and it was a beautiful thing. Like, they really got to see that is real. Like, it was really stuff going on. These real, genuine people who really trying to help. Cause my mom don't play about me. She like, yo, they gonna take your money. They make sure they don't do this and do that. I'm like, look, we good though. So now she's on it. So now we building wealth, and she like build good relationships even with my, people in my community as well. So It's a beautiful thing. And yeah, so yeah, we're building that wealth based on velocity banking, the real estate, the rental classes. You know, I had Umair, like obviously the rental classes and the contract classes. I was able to create our own lease agreements. And then my mom does contracts for the government, obviously. So, you know, we were able to create leasing agreements and be able to do those create rental opportunities for ourselves and others.
Nice, nice, man. That's really, really thorough, man. I guess that kind of took away my question because my question was going to be, what is your next big goal for you and your family? But it sounds like,
Well, actually, it's kind of so. It's actually this. It's funny because I think I was on a list when I was on the Empire Excel. One of the things. So what it is that so every 2 years our family has a family reunion. Like my West Coast part of my family, which now everybody's kind of like intertwined East and West Coast family. But for the most part, we've been doing it since for a minute now. Every 2 years we go to either California or wherever like my mom is. Right now they're in Georgia, so our next one is going to be in Georgia, which is next year. So what
Okay.
I'm trying to do is I'm trying to establish a large property next to my mom and them so that my family have a place to stay without them renting hotels and being able to do that. We got a guy that actually is like lives next to my parents is like, oh, I use my house as an Airbnb. I'm like, I'm trying to do the same thing, but have us own it. So I'm gonna talk to him. Maybe I can purchase that property or be able to control that property but in the midst right now, I'm looking for a home that the family can be in, so we don't have to get hotels and we don't have to do Airbnbs. And I'm looking for a hall because you know we do our dinners, we do our events, like we do it real big. You feel me? Like we need halls, we have like get together parties, and we do that all day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for like a little hall center where we can own to where every time we go there, we can control it, and then when nobody's there, we can rent it out to different people and be able to, you know, make passive income that way.
all right. Um, just a quick, like, what's the most misunderstood thing about wealth building from your perspective?
You said what is the most
Yeah, what's that
misunderstood?
misunderstood? Yeah, what's misunderstood about wealth building? Kind of like a
That
misconception.
probably that people who didn't come from money can't build wealth.
Mm.
You know, especially from where we come from, like, you know what I'm saying? Like wealth is like to us, like to a lot of people, like wealth is something that just white people got. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got privilege, you got the right connections, you got the right people, even if you bad, like I know people on both sides that's like they kids addicts and they kids get in a whole bunch of trouble. But it seemed like, you know, some of them they get into trouble and they can get out of it. They people like, all right, then all right, we straightened up now. You got a lot to live for. You got legacy to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? You need to stop all this because if not, then you're not gonna get your inheritance and all this stuff. Like we ain't got that. You know, it's like, well, hey, you just bad. Like you just gonna really go to jail. Hopefully you don't die. Hopefully you don't stay in jail for a long time. But there's nothing for us to like really live for. And that's why God is so important because once you have that and you understand your value, then you can open your mind to get that financial education. And now you can be like, know what? It's more than me than just this. What do I need to do to build wealth? And then start to educate yourself. Once you get that education, it's like sky's the limit. You learn that you don't need, you know what I'm saying? You got these classes from like Chris Album to where you don't need no money to be able if you a hustler and you come from a hustler spirit and mentality, all you need to do is learn how to talk to people, learn how to do some contracts, have a conversation with somebody, create a win-win situation for everybody and help somebody. And that help in hand is going to lead to profit and long-term wealth.
That's scary, y'all. My man, the car over here dropping jewels on y'all. I hope y'all listening. Get in the mix. Damir, yeah, type it in the chat, Damir. We gonna get to all the questions. Put it in the chat if you got any questions. Um, for our guy, right? Um, one thing I wanted to ask you, was what lessons in terms of your legacy building are you still learning? Because some people like, think, well, I learned this, now I'm done, right? I learned this strategy, now I'm done. What for you, right? do you feel like you're still learning in terms of your legacy?
Everything. Like I'm gonna tell you this, man. Based on how long, so I've been in this community like 6 years, right? Um, what I realized, like I first, I was like everybody else, like, man, I'm trying to do something immediately. I'm trying to do this immediately. I'm trying to make money off marketing immediately. I'm trying to share it with everybody. I got the skills. I've been in sales for all this long. I'm going to do this and do that, man. It took me a while to realize, like, I never did real estate. Like, I never understood it. So I had to learn it. And then Umair talks a lot about being a transactional engineer, which is basically mastering all of it so that you can be able to adjust to any situation. So if I find a property, I don't just got to wholesale it. I don't just got to do a fix and flip. I don't just got to do a buy and hold. I can do anything. I could be a money lender. I could do all of it. I can bring it. I can wholesale it or be in the process of wholesaling it. Find out I can hold it. Maybe I wanted to flip it. Numbers don't work for flipping. So now I can hold it. And then bam, maybe I can hold it, but now I can do a lease option and I can get a lot of money up front and give somebody the opportunity to buy the house later on. And if they don't, I could resell it. Like that is the mindset that I needed to have. But it took me a long time to be able to realize that it's not going to come overnight. So all of this time, like I've been taking action, but I've been learning. Like I love to better myself. Like I love self-development and growing so much. And that's why I love this. It gives you the time. Like nobody is rushing me. Like are accountable with you. And if you say you want to do something, they like, all right, well, do it then. But if you need time to do it, like I could watch classes anytime I want to. I can always talk to somebody when I want to. And I was going through a lot of stuff. Like, I was going through, like, I just got a divorce. Like took a really long time. I had like a lot of stuff that was going on, but at the end of the day, I can't have no excuses. Life happens. And throughout life, it slowed me down, obviously, but I don't think it really slowed me down as much as it just changed my mission. It changed my purpose, and God like made me realize that this is the pace like that you need to go. So what I stopped doing is I stopped to stressing and being like I need to do this, and I kind of just I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna do something every day. And if I don't and I fall back, I know like Ron said the other day, it's not giving up if you keep going. So I might have took some time off because I was going through it and I was trying to get back on it, but then I get back on it and I'd be like, know what? I still got the education. I still got this community. The community never turned their back on me, even when I stopped doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I pop back in, it's like, hey, welcome back. We missed you, man. Like where you been at? Feel me? So I love that. So yeah, man. I just really
Bless
just gotta
you.
keep
Bless
going, bro.
you.
Yeah.
Man. I love that. I love that, man. I love it. So we're gonna transition, y'all, to kind of get some insight of where all this information is coming from, where we all learn from, y'all. So get out your phones, all our new people. If we got some guests online, Facebook, YouTube, right? So get out your phones, grab a couple of screenshots. But you are here today. Shout out to my man Dricard Ferguson, y'all. He's one of the community members that is on fire right now, y'all. So, man, shout out to you, my brother. Glad you were able to come on and share your story. We still got some more questions for you, so I'm gonna go through this through our calendar real quick, real quick. So grab a screenshot, y'all.
You want to change the slide?
Huh?
Got it.
Got it? I'm good.
Yeah.
All
There's
right.
just a bar over the dates in the title.
Oh, y'all see them boxes. All right, let me get them boxes out the way. Sorry about that, y'all. So grab a screenshot of this, y'all. This is our what we call our support. This is the support behind the education. You definitely want to grab a screenshot of this, get with whoever invited you. So if you are a guest here today, you want to make sure you grab a screenshot of this. We got a little contest going on, and you could be a winner inside this contest. So grab a screenshot of this. We're gonna talk about it on the other side, right? Right after this event, there is an introduction. Here's an explanation and a breakdown of all of the real estate education that is available to you. So get with whoever invited you, let them know, hey, I want to get on that 11:30 introduction meeting where we kind of go through each and every one of these aspects of real estate strategies and what this community can provide for you, right? In terms of the education. So grab it at 11:30. We got the great James Gavin will be making calls to secure the deal, y'all. We do cold calling. So what that looks like is you get to be a fly on the wall and hear what these conversations look like when he's calling real estate sellers, right? Being able to hear the conversation, making sure you asking the right questions. This is what they're gonna be doing. So at 11:30, get the link from whoever invited you here. You can hop on to this thing, right? And for the last Sunday, this is the last Sunday you will be able to catch Locating Leads. It is moving to another date and time, but today it is going down at 1 p.m. We got our cousin Joe filling in for our big homie Taj. So make sure you get your guests on Locating Leads. If you guys want to find out how to find these leads, how we doing this thing, hop on this train here, right, at 1 p.m. And normally we do a 3 p.m. mastermind today, but today is on pause because we got the great, wonderful Wanda. She will be doing a property tour on a mobile home. So if you guys didn't realize that you can wholesale, you can fix and flip, you can buy and hold, you can short-term rental trailers. This one is a wholesale deal. Wanda gonna break it down for us. Make sure you get on this at 3 p.m. It is gonna be fire. So get with whoever invited you, get the link, hop onto this property tour. It's going down at 3 p.m., right? You are here right now on the Juice Show. So if you liking what you're hearing, get to the page, hop over to Facebook, leave us a like, click that review button, give us something, y'all. Should we keep doing this? We almost at 100 and they trying to quit. Nah, I'm kidding. We ain't quitting. We going through. We on fire, y'all. So yeah, get to the page, like and love us and share and give us a review. Let us know how much you guys appreciate what we do, right? And then we got deals of the community, guys. This is where we support and share and put your name in lights because we want to celebrate you. We got our girl Wanda right here. So make sure y'all make it to that property tour at 3 p.m. But yes, these are individuals in the community that is doing their thing, right? In the real estate game. And so, yes, we are inspired by everything that these community members are doing, right? And so, yes, this is what we do on a weekly. So definitely come out here, stop my share. So yes, get whoever invited you. If you guys want to get to one of those events, you can type in the chat whatever it is you want to get to. If you're a guest here, hey, I want to go to the Locating Leads, pop in the LL. You want to go to anything, pop it in the chat and we'll get you over the link. Cool. So let's get back to it. We got your car in the building. Let's see if we got some questions.
Let's see if we got any questions, yeah.
Yeah, I got any questions?
Demir had a question. I don't see it in the chat, Demir, unless you want to come off mute and ask.
Come on off mute, Damir. What you got? If he talking, I don't hear him.
That boy
Yeah.
reception crazy.
Type it in the chat.
Type it in the chat, baby. We can't hear you, baby. You underwater, baby. Yeah, you underwater, fam. We can't hear you.
We'll catch you on the next one.
I think it's a good question, though. We want the question, but type it in the
so
chat.
There you go.
My question was,
dang, we heard.
I'm good. Yeah.
My question was, and then you went silent.
Come on back, Demir.
Shut up.
Are there any questions on Facebook?
We got
Nope.
Bobby just popped one in the chat. Go ahead, read that one, LaShawn.
All right. So, what advice would you give to someone having challenges with marketing?
I would say, other than educating yourself, which like that's the obvious one, like learning what you don't know about anything. But if I were to say something easier, if you can like do it right now, it's honestly like believing in yourself, like knowing your purpose, like knowing what value you have to add or could add to somebody else. And don't be selfish. Do everything and walk in a purpose of helping and serving others. You know what I'm saying? Serve your community, serve your people, and just be genuine. And people will see that. And what you'll see is the opportunity to be able to help people. Like being able to add value to somebody's life to make it better and easier for them is going to provide opportunity for you. And that's really the way to market. And then after that, I would say, hey, get some marketing education. Really just read a book, which is there's so many books out there that you could read that's based on marketing. I would probably recommend Building an Empire. That's what they put us on when it came to marketing. That Bob definitely recommends that as well as Umair. So yeah, I would, yeah, honestly, like adding value, that's the one thing I keep telling my son because that's really holds true every day I see. Like if I go somewhere and I can, like, I ask people, like, what are you doing? And what is it I can do to make that better? Like that, no, if anything else, go to somebody, if you know somebody who's doing something and you want to market to them, ask them what they do, and then ask them what is it that you can do to help them grow or be better or reach their potential. And I guarantee you it's different because ain't a lot of people not asking them that. A lot of people, especially if they big time, they always like, oh, I want to learn from you. What is it that I can learn from you? Like, no, don't take from people. Give.
Yo,
Thank
that was
you.
beautiful,
Thank
brother.
you.
That was beautiful, brother. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you.
And what would you say your favorite way to relax? How do you relax? What's a relaxing moment for you?
So I do a lot of meditation and a lot of working out. Like I used to hate running. Like that's my peace, bro. Like I literally just ran before we got on this, Joe. Like I run in the morning and I run in the afternoon. Other than that, like real life, like prayer, like, and then I'm into like people who know me. Like I'm an extrovert. Like I go in the room, I'll talk to everybody, but I like to really be by myself. Like I go to the movies by myself. Like that's my piece. I love like movies and like entertainment. Like I'll do that. But other than that, like the first thing I do if I'm having any type of anxiety or feeling a little bit stressed out, like I gotta pray and just be like, look, take this all away, Lord. I'm gonna get that to you because I can't do too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. Like I can't sit here and stress all day. Like life is I love being joyful and I love peace and I hate conflict. Well, I don't hate nothing. I don't even like using that word, but I dislike conflict. I dislike, but I'm the type of person if something happens, I just need to jump forward into it. So in order to get rid of that conflict, I gotta face it head on. And I learned that me as a man and a human, I don't have that much power if I don't have somebody above who I'm leaning on. So I need to meditate. I need to make sure that I'm at peace, my soul is at peace, and then therefore I can relax. And then after that, hey, I'll go do some running and something like that, to relieve the energy.
Best piece of advice you've ever heard.
Best piece of advice that I ever heard. Literally, oh, damn, I heard so much stuff. My daddy gave me so much game. The best advice that I probably ever heard is, I would say, is from my father. Find something that you love and that you would do for free, and then
Yeah,
pursue that.
another question in the chat, Sean.
Yes, the question was earlier you said the legacy building was more spiritual and mindset. Can you speak more on that?
Okay, so I would say that being able to pass on your value as God's child, which I feel like if whatever religion, however you believe in, whatever like that, if you know that and you can see that there's no other way for any other human to come on earth other than the way that it was created for us to be, then you know that you have a creator. You respect that creator, and that creator will give you everything that you want if you follow that path and believe in that. That's legacy to me of being able to, like, that's what I teach my son. Like, you have to know who you are and who is your creator and respect that creator and do what pleases that creator for you to live the best peaceful life. You could have all the money in the world, you could be the most successful person, you could have all the things that you want in life, but if you're not spiritually at peace, then none of that stuff gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through times where I fell off of my relationship with God, and I was making money in the community. I was like, oh, talking to these people like, oh, I'm about to do all these deals and stuff like that. And then I stopped because I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, I don't feel nothing. Like, once I understood that I could build wealth without spiritual wealth, I couldn't do, like, I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't really care. Like, I was going through my divorce. I didn't want to do nothing. If it wasn't for my son, like, I wouldn't even build that connection back. But I was like, my son can't see me go through this. My son has to get something that's deeper than just this, because he's learning all this stuff. He know about finance, he know about all this stuff. But I'm like, nah, I need to take him to church. I need him to understand God. I need him to understand the real legacy, what real legacy is, and then we can build this other legacy right there. So just having him be spiritually, like, valued and connected, like, that's true legacy to me. Being able to let him have the ability to save his soul, you know. So
Fire, fire. Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? That was
thank you.
fire, man. That was
Yeah,
true.
the takeaway.
Yeah, so go ahead, ask a question.
And what would be, what's one thing you want everybody here to take away from what you shared and some things you experience in life you think that'll help?
So I would say two things. I would say the first thing, um, build and believe something higher than yourself, because when things happen in life and things get bad, you can't depend on yourself. It's gonna crash and burn. So depend on something that's higher than yourself. And then the second thing is educate yourself. Find a way to know the things you don't know, and then you'll realize that you will free yourself. One of the best, the quote that I have in from that LaShawn read from me in the beginning was based on the Malcolm X autobiography of Malcolm X. That's what got me to want to learn more and want to actually, like, read and want to actually educate myself. And, like, I had a passion about educating myself at this point. So at this time, my dad was locked up. He was in jail. And I read a piece I went to a HBCU, so Norfolk State University. We was actually reading about Malcolm X and all these other stuff that other people don't read about. In the book, Malcolm X spoke on that when he was in jail, he didn't feel like he was in jail because he was reading and it was taking him creatively out of his element. Like, he was reading stuff and it made him feel free. That was the first time I really like valued educating and reading. And from there, I loved reading and I loved to educate. And honestly, because of that, I was able to broaden my horizon, and that's how I found Renatus. Like, I literally was at a place and point to where I went back to reading the Bible because I felt spiritually disconnected, which led me to start reading all of the other books of self-development and growth, to where I found Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I was driving Lyft one day and I saw a sign about real estate, and I stopped in the middle of traffic, like, didn't care, stopped in the middle of traffic, hopped out, took a picture of the sign while I was in traffic. And that's why I'm where I'm at right now.
Love it.
That's all in divine order, my brother. Oh my God. So, man, I just want to thank you for coming on, sharing your story, for being as, as completely rounded as you are, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out to Jeremiah. He's got an awesome dad, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're so inspiring, my brother. Man,
Thank you.
thank you for coming on and sharing your story, my brother.
Hey, no problem, man. Before I go though, I do want to say
Oh,
so.
they all gonna wrap you up. So if you
Yeah,
want
yeah, it's good.
to
So
take us out.
I just want to say before I go, like, so I know usually people like promote and sell their stuff that they have to offer, stuff like that. I feel like my purpose is to provide opportunity for other people. So I want to just shout out some other people who are doing their thing that I either helped in business or have influenced or even influenced me. So I want to first say, so I helped my mom start her interior design business when I started doing real estate. She went to school for it because she wanted to help out and be able to pass out. So that is lovely, wise in design, like wise in design. Look that up on Facebook. Also, I got my homegirl Shantae. If y'all in the Fredericksburg area for this one, or Virginia or DC like that, she do events and stuff like that. So I want to just shout her out. And then my other homie Devin, if y'all got do real estate and y'all looking for drone videos and stuff like that to show your houses and market your houses, I got my homeboy Devin who lives in Northern Virginia. His is Sky Pix Image. So yeah, I got a couple, and then for me, if y'all ever are in anywhere and y'all want somebody to make some calls for you, if you want somebody to look up some real estate, do some run some numbers. If you need somebody who want to find some properties for you, holla at me. I'm always looking to do the work with somebody and partner up with other people to do deals. I do that a lot, like with Bill Winkler. We talk a lot and we do a lot of I bring people, he has the deals, I might bring people who I know may have some money and stuff like that. And just like I love connecting people. I love putting people, I like to be I'm that fixer, that rainmaker. That's like goal. I'm trying to be that man that anybody can go to and like you go to me and we can make it happen. So that's what I'm building on. So if any of y'all just want to have a conversation, want to run some numbers, whatever, I'm usually on a lot of these Empire Excel deals, stuff like that. I'll be on there. So y'all see me. And then after, if y'all want to connect, we can connect. Just go on my Facebook, message me. My phone number probably on there. I don't care. Just hit me up. If I don't know you, just text me and then I'm going to get to you.
We
Yes, sir. Plug drop. Go
Dakar,
ahead, Sam.
Yes, ma'am.
Dakar, thank you so much for coming on to our show. We finally got you on here to share your story, and what an amazing journey you have been on, that you're currently on, and the things that you're about to do. We can't wait to bring you back again to see what Dakar is up to next.
Thank
So
y'all.
thank you for
I
sharing. We
appreciate
appreciate it.
y'all, and I want to say God bless y'all, and I really pray that God continues to touch y'all and anoint y'all. Y'all are helping out more than y'all know, and y'all really helping out for the community, for our people, and for all people around us really don't believe that they can do it or just need that push. Just know that if you look like us or not, man, y'all could do it. And all y'all need to do is just reach out and just don't be afraid, man. And if you are afraid, put God first and he got y'all.
Man, that's powerful. Bobby, you want me to bring you up? You want to end us off or
Yeah, yeah.
we
I
do
was
the
had the
infamous?
opportunity.
All right, I'll just make it sure. Hold on, let me think. So, Jakar,
No,
thank
just
you, man. I love your story. You
Thank
thank you for
y'all.
sharing with your family. I mean, I love it. You talking about bringing in family, talk about all the stuff that you learned being in this community and education. You shared your mind, your insights. We really appreciate it, man. Absolutely love this episode, and I love your energy and how you came through the screen and just really talking
Thank you.
directly, like talking directly to us.
I appreciate, hey man, y'all make it comfortable for me to go ahead and do that. So thank y'all.
Word. All right, brother. Yeah, I have some things come up, so I couldn't, get my questions in there. But I appreciate you all. I had the opportunity to jump on and check out some of it, and your story is powerful. And I'm definitely gonna reach out to you and connect and take advantage of the community. Everybody, everybody's here to help one another and get to the next level, and we can do that quicker as if we work together. So I appreciate it. So with that said, everybody, you already know what it is. You have
You have been
Ooh,
Juice,
juiced.
juice.
By Jakar,
Juiced.
juice by Jakar.
ooh, thank y'all,
stay
man. Keep it
stay
flowing.
hydrated in this weather, man. Stay
Hey, I
juiced. All
will.
right, we appreciate you. Y'all
Hey, no
take care.
problem,
Enjoy your
man.
weekend.
Hey, you too, man. I'm heading to church.
All
I'll see
right.
y'all later. All right,
All
y'all.
right,
All right,
brother.
we'll see you guys
Yeah.
later.